Cristiano Ronaldo, what a football player. But it hasn't always been easy for him. Here is his story, from a little boy who begged for food to one of the best football players of all time. It all started here, on February 5th, 1985, on the Portuguese island of Madeira. What is crazy is that his parents first thought about abortion. They were poor and could barely feed their 3 other children. His father was a gardener and equipment manager for the regional club CF Andorinha. His father often took his 3-year-old son to work, and Ronaldo played with the balls while he was there. He was obsessed with football. He didn't care about school. He trained and trained and trained. At the age of 10, he joined Nacional Funchal in Madeira and won the youth championship in his first year. But not everything was as easy as it seemed. His father was drunk almost every day, and the family still had little money. So, Ronaldo often went to McDonald's to ask for free hamburgers. We are in 1997. Ronaldo is one of the most promising 12-year-olds in Madeira, and he has a chance. Unique, a trial session at Sporting Lisbon. The scouts saw a skinny little boy, but on the field, he was fantastic, and they decided to take him to Lisbon. But what Ronaldo didn't know at the time was that it was going to be extremely difficult for him. He was mocked because of his Madeiran accent. He was alone, far from his family and friends at only 12 years old. Maybe it was better to fly back to Madeira. He decided to stay and show everyone in Lisbon what he was capable of. His teammates and coaches were captivated by his training mentality. He was the first on the field and the last to leave. People said he was skinny, so he started training. He kept improving more and more. But in the year 2000, he received shocking news. He was diagnosed with racing heart syndrome. His heart was beating fast, even when he wasn't playing sports. And at only 15 years old, it seemed that Cristiano's career was already over. His family decided to operate on him. Everything went well. And after a 3-month break, he returned to the football field. And the moment came. On August 14th, 2002, Cristiano Ronaldo entered the game as a substitute. He made his professional debut at the age of 17. His dream had come true, but Ronaldo was just getting started. He impresses with his dribbling and movements on the field. And at the age of 18, the big clubs had their eyes on him. But Ronaldo wanted a club that would help him achieve his ultimate goal, to become the best player in the world. And one club in particular attracted him: Manchester United. On August 12, 2003, he joined Sir Alex Ferguson in England for around $19 million. A transfer that would change their lives forever. At the beginning of the season, Ronaldo wanted the same number he had in Lisbon, 28. But Ferguson saw a great man in him and gave him the legendary number 7 of Manchester United, worn by George Best, Cantona, and Beckham. And on August 16th, 2003, the first day of the new season, young Ronaldo entered Old Trafford for the first time. Moreover, he now earns about $2 million per year. He made it. He went from being a poor boy, begging for hamburgers, to someone who helped his entire family escape poverty. But there are problems. Despite a successful start, he is struggling to adapt to the English style of play. He is still physically weak, and his tricks are not yet well perceived by his teammates. Manchester United finished 3rd, and Ronaldo has not always lived up to expectations. But there was still a chance to save the season. English Cup final, Manchester against Millwall. It is 0-0, and we are at the 44th minute. Ronaldo helped Man U win, and he won his first title. But a few weeks later, his heart was broken. Summer 2004, European Championship in his home country, Portugal. And he, the 19-year-old young man, was named in the final team, alongside legends like Figo and Deco. Ronaldo made his way into the starting lineup during the tournament, and Portugal, driven by the fans, achieved the incredible. They reached the final and were even the favorite against Greece. They played well and had good chances. But then, Greece scored and won the Euro. Portugal and the young Ronaldo were devastated. Over the next 2 years, Ronaldo became one of the best players at Manchester, and during the 2006-2007 season, Man U played an extraordinary season, and Ronaldo had changed from his first season. He was physically strong now, knew when to dribble and when to pass the ball, and for the first time, we saw a shot that Ronaldo displayed throughout his career: the knuckleball. And at the end of the Premier League season, he did it. Manchester United won the Premier League. He won his first championship. And the following season was even better. Manchester won the championship again and qualified for the Champions League final.
Was it the victory?
Lampard equalizes. The match ends in a penalty shootout. It was Ronaldo's turn. And he missed. What a tragedy. But someone else missed too. John Terry. Van der Sar saves Anelka's shot, and Ronaldo wins the Champions League for the first time. In total, he scored 42 goals, including 31 in the Premier League alone. He is now where he always wanted to be, at the top. And then the shock. He injured his ankle and had to undergo surgery. He missed 11 matches, and many feared he wouldn't be the same. But he came back stronger than ever. And after that goal against Porto, it was clear to everyone that Ronaldo had big plans. In 2008, he achieved what he had always dreamed of. He won his first Ballon d'Or. He was now officially the best player in the world. And in the 2008-2009 season, Manchester became champions again and reached the Champions League final. But this time, they lost to Barcelona. After 6 years of success and a total of 3 English championships, 3 cup victories, the Champions League victory and the FIFA Club World Cup victory, Ronaldo decided to start a new chapter at Real Madrid. In 2009, he joined Spain for 94 million euros and 90,000 people went to the Bernabeu to witness his introduction, and he was now earning 12 million per year. During his first season, he scored 33 goals in 35 matches, but Madrid did not win any titles. That changed the following year, in the Copa del Rey. He scored the winning goal with a header and Madrid won. 2011 to 2012 is the next period of success. He won the Spanish championship for the first time. But those early years were not always filled with victories. He scored many goals, but in his first 4 years in Madrid, the Madrilenians did not manage to get past the semi-finals of the Champions League. Barcelona, however, dominated, and Lionel Messi won the Ballon d'Or 4 times in a row. Ronaldo was disappointed. Summer 2013, a new season, and with it, the new attempt to reach Madrid's great goal, the Decima, winning the 10th Champions League. It was a great season for Ronaldo, and he won his second Ballon d'Or. And then May 24th, 2014, the big day, the Champions League final against Atletico Madrid, the city rival, in the place where it all began for Ronaldo, in Lisbon. Atletico took the lead. And it seemed they were going to win. But in the 93rd minute, Sergio Ramos scores a goal. Extra time. Madrid scored twice, then Ronaldo converted a penalty. And he won the Champions League with Madrid. And that was only the beginning. Ronaldo played for Madrid for 9 years. He won the Champions League 4 times and the FIFA Club World Cup 3 times, 2 Spanish championships, and he won the Spanish Cup twice. He was the top scorer an incalculable number of times and won 4 Ballon d'Ors during his time with Real. In addition, he scored 451 goals in 438 matches. What a statistic. And there is another unforgettable moment for him during his time in Madrid. We are in 2016, European Championship in France. But things were not going well for Portugal. They didn't win a single match in the group stage and were lucky to reach the next round after finishing 3rd in their group. They managed to reach the final led by their captain Ronaldo. They finally wanted to forget the disaster of 2004. And then, the shock. Payet tackled Ronaldo in the first half, and he got injured and had to be substituted in the 25th minute. It seems the trauma of the Euro final is repeating. He encouraged his team from the sidelines. Overtime. And in the 109th minute, Eder made Portugal the European champion, and Ronaldo won his first title with Portugal. In 2018, after winning the Champions League for the 4th time, he decided to leave Madrid and move to Italy, to Juventus of Turin. He was 33 years old at the time, and Juventus paid about 110 million euros in transfer fees. Never before had a player over 30 been paid so much. And Ronaldo did what he always did. He scored, scored, and scored. The Champions League match against Atletico was unforgettable. Madrid won the first leg 2-0, and everyone thought Juventus couldn't come back. But Ronaldo came, he scored twice, and converted a penalty. 3-0. Ronaldo was once again Atletico's worst nightmare. In 3 years, he helped Juventus win 5 titles, including 2 Serie A titles. But the dream of winning the Champions League with Juve never materialized. At 36 years old, Ronaldo wanted another change and returned to his former workplace, Manchester United. But what had begun as